Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. I'm glad to be here each and every week to do these lives. I call them Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. And I do them for a couple of reasons. The first reason is for you to be able to shift your perspective, the way you look at your shop. Turn that into your competitive edge. Looking at your business from that 30,000-foot view is really a game changer. Most auto shop owners that I know, they'll contact me and say, I am just caught up in the day to day. I'm going 24/7. My business is consuming me. I've heard all different versions of this, and they really want to stop that without sacrificing their business. The second reason I do this is because I want to give you one action item each and every week. Investing 15 minutes a week is not a lot, but I want to bring you a lot of value. So when you're consistent and you're actually taking action each and every week, that's when the magic happens. It's not just listening to me or someone else, it's actually doing. So those two combinations of that 30,000-foot view and actually being consistent each and every week, that causes a ripple effect in your business. You don't have to make massive changes. Just be consistent. A common question I get asked is, Marianne, who do you work with? And I work with single location auto shop owners. These are the people that have grit and drive, but they really want to just get out of the day to day. They want their shop to be able to run with them there or without them there. Be able to take a week, be able to take a 3 day weekend, be able to take a half a day off. It starts small. Okay, so let's get started. This week, I have a commitment, so I'm not in my office where I normally am. This is a recorded version. If you find this valuable, please share it with another auto shop owner. This is such a giving group. Everyone looks out for one another. Okay, so this week's topic is the skill every auto shop owner needs. And this is huge when I talk to auto shop owners about this. So your shop's growth is limited or accelerated by one thing: how adaptable you are as an owner. Your team won't rise above what you model for them. So why adaptability is professionalism? Let's talk about that. Industry changes weekly. You know this industry. It's constantly changing. Customer expectations shift. Staffing realities require flexible leadership. Everybody's talking about staffing issues. And here's the thing: rigid leaders create rigid teams. Adaptable leaders create problem solvers. Who doesn't want more problem solvers? Your steadiness is part of the customer experience and part of the leadership experience. So let's talk about breaks, taking breaks, because this is huge. How long can you step away from your shop without disruption? This tells you everything about your leadership, your systems, and trust levels. So I want to walk through with you stages. So stage one is you can leave for a few hours. The owner is still fielding calls. Advisors will hesitate at times. Texts need clarification and no written expectations. So an example of this would be an owner leaves for a doctor or dentist appointment. And while you're gone, you get 4 texts and 2 calls about approvals, part sourcing, and workflow. So the lesson here is the shop depends too heavily on the owner's moment-to-moment decisions. Stage 2, one full day. Advisors manage well unless something unusual happens. Techs follow the plan. An owner still reviews work at the end of the day. An example of this would be an owner takes a Friday off. Team handles scheduled calls. The team handles the schedule but calls the owner when a job expands or there's some type of part delay. So they're doing it, but when something different happens, they need help. The lesson here is the team needs decision guidance, not owner availability. They really don't need you. They just need to be able to make a decision. Stage 3 is when you can take a long weekend or a few days off. The advisors handle customer communication, techs communicate directly, owner gets updates, not emergencies. Now, example is an owner goes away for a weekend. The team manages and only sends daily wrap-up messages. The lesson here is trust is forming. Workflows are stabilizing. Stage 4, a full week. Workflows are documented, roles are clear, daily huddle rhythm is established. Advisors own customer conversations. So an example of this would be an owner takes a week-long family trip, comes back to the shop and stayed productive with few surprises. The lesson here is the business is functioning as a business, not as an extension of the owner. Very common that I see that. Stage 5, 2 weeks to 1 month. The team leads themselves. Metrics track the progress. Owner focuses on strategy, not the daily operations. Great example of this one is owner goes to training or out of state for 2 weeks. Shop hits revenue goals, stays aligned, and team confidence skyrockets. The lesson here is systems don't replace leadership. They stabilize it. So I want to give you an example here. This is real transformation that happened. I want you to talk about Mark, a general repair shop owner. Before, Mark couldn't take more than 2 hours off without calls. Advisors double-checked every decision. Techs waited for him for approval on changes. And Mark's resisted delegation. It's faster if I just do it. That was his thought process. And he told me that he even felt guilty about taking a day off. So here's what shifted. He implemented a simple decision ladder. He clarified what good decisions look like. Weekly mini trainings were done with one small process improvement at a time. And Mark committed to taking short breaks. First, it was 2 hours, then a half a day, then a day. He stopped responding instantly so his team could respond first. So after he did this, advisors confidently communicated changes. Techs proactively report and recommend. Mark takes long weekends monthly and a full week every quarter. The shops now performs better because he isn't in everything. So when Mark adapted first, the shop followed. Adaptability isn't a trait. It's a leadership skill. It's something that we can all develop. So what owners gain? Here's what owners will actually gain. Clearer decisions, a calmer shop, more confident team, less unnecessary involvement, more time for strategic work. You want to grow, you want to expand, you want to go to bring on different kinds of work, whatever it is for you, it's strategic. A business that grows without the owner being on site daily. So you're not stepping away from your shop. What you're doing is stepping into leadership. So what I want you to do for an action item is I want you to think about what your next level break is. Is it 2 hours, a half a day, a full day, or a long weekend? Where are you now? Where do you want to be? And you know what? Even though this is a recording, put it in the chat. Put it in your calendar of when you're going to do it and let me know. And then once you put it in your calendar, ask yourself this question: what structure or support would make that possible? So a pro thinking tip here: your team becomes who you are consistently. When you model flexibility and professionalism, your team grows because of your leadership, not your presence. So put that break goal in. Don't forget to do that. I'm glad to have you here. That's it for this week's Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. This is a replay, a recording. Glad to have you here, and post any comments in, and I will respond to all of them. Thanks again for being here. Have a great day.